All right, this is being live streamed. Do. We are here with Divine Flow Expo. Oh my gosh,
Yay, we're live.
we are live. Hi, Diana Sampson.
Hello, everybody. Hello, darling. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you are our opening act for the Divine Flow Expo Love Edition. We are here
And I'm
because
so excited.
oh,
So excited.
it's so cool because every speaker that we have, everybody that's involved with this 2-day event are love filled, heart centered, amazing beings. When I first met you, Diana, my whole heart just went boom. And I fell in love with you. And it's like
Oh,
we've been touching base ever since. And I
oh.
love it. And so I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm so grateful that you're willing to be a part of this, a little bit rough around the edges, but that's how love is sometimes
Oh,
anyways.
thank you so much for having me on this love-filled, beautiful event. I'm so, so happy to be here. What I would love to do is just so I can really be present is share this onto my page. Can
Yes,
I do
let's
that
do
now?
that. We're going to take a couple of minutes and share it out to our groups and business pages and all this stuff so we can reach as many people as we want to.
Yes,
So let's
exactly.
do that. And we've got one person watching already. Hello. So excited. All
Yes.
right.
I'm
So
here. I'm fully here, fully present, ready to
mm,
go, ready to be here for you in this beautiful show.
oh, I'm so happy, so excited. And it's so interesting because we've all been growing and shifting and changing so much over the last couple of years. The world's done gone crazy, and and it's so
Oh,
important for us to find that space where and we have peace in our hearts, and we have the ability to be okay in the midst of such great change. And with change comes chaos, right? And so it's so important that we're able to find that space. And one thing that I found as we were beginning to prepare this is people just need to feel loved.
mm,
People need that love. They need that heart center. That's where the grounding is really. When we can be centered in our hearts,
mm.
we can feel like it's okay.
Yeah.
And so again, Diana Sampson with Luna Rhythms. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Would you tell us a little bit about what you do and maybe a little bit of how you got here? What
Sure.
happened that made you who you are?
Well, I guess it's always the same for many people. It's stress, it's wounding, it's breakdown in our lives that brings us to the healing and cracks us open to come back to love.
Yeah.
And so, that's what happened to me. It was like breakdown, body breakdown, physical breakdown, nervous breakdown. I had, back 20 years ago, I had two very small children. I had no money. Was in an abusive relationship. My physical body was with a Zimmer frame. So I was walking with Zimmer frames. I couldn't walk. I was very stressed. And it was like this voice. I heard this voice. It was either the voice of God or the voice of the goddess calling to me saying, if you don't do something drastic, you're going to have a shortened life or you're going to be in a wheelchair, and it really felt like I had to make a big change. And so my mum took me to a yoga class. The first, come on, you've got to do something. And I found that breath, and it was like this breath, this breathing exercises brought me home. Straight away, it was like, wow, I love this. I've got to have this in my life every day. And I knew that I wasn't disciplined enough then, or committed enough then to be able to do this every day. And so it was very quickly, it was like, I need to teach this. So if I teach this, I've got to have it in my life every day. It was very
Right.
quick. It was in 3 months almost of this, you
Wow.
know, that I got to that understanding. And quite soon after that, I got on to somehow, because you normally have to have at least 2 years yoga experience. I seem to fast track into this teacher training program. And I began teaching in 2006 as a yoga teacher. So yeah, that's what started the whole process off. Once I was teaching, I needed to find who I was and be authentic to my own teachings. I didn't want to parrot my teacher. I needed to find my own voice and expression of what I had to share. And so I kept praying. Please show me the way. Please show me the way. Please show me the way. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And it's always out of the blue where the answers come. And it was from a student of mine who asked me, please, can you teach me about the moon? You're always talking about it. You're always talking about the moon. Can you teach me? I want a private. And I said, of course. And then I went home and I think, oh my God, what am I going to do? And it started from there. It's a deep, I think we're all fascinated with Mother Earth and nature and the moon and the stars and the cosmos. It's a fascination for all of us. And I just loved watching her in the sky at night. I loved the cycles of her, even as a teenager or as a child. And so I thought, okay. And at the same time, as I was training to be a yoga teacher, I was starting to think, what was happening in our own lands in Britain 5,000 years ago? I'm training in the Indian traditions. What was happening at home? And it was all of the Norse traditions started to come into my eyesight. It started to open up to me. Okay, Norse coven. I got this initiation into a Norse coven, and I started to learn about the Norse ways and the Norsemen and their traditions and the ceremonies and being in ceremony, sacred ceremony with Earth. Mother Earth, the moon, the cycles of the moon, the seasons. We celebrate the seasons with the Sabbats. And it felt like I came home. I was just like, I'm home at last, because it just felt so beautiful to be outside around a fire and celebrate Mother Earth and nature.
Yes.
And now I'm sort of looking on the screen here. I've got this picture up behind me where I've got Sia. He's a Pache, Sia and Ulrich, my beautiful partner beside me, who have now come into my life and sort of reminded me of the simplicity and the power and simplicity in being so in tune with Mother Earth and her seasons and cycles. This is great love. This is great love when we can be that attuned, and Mother Earth shows us the way, all the time. And so therefore I was like, okay, back then it was like, I must create something that's in harmony with this. And Lunar Rhythms Yoga was born in 2007, actually, so it's been going for however many years that is. And it's obviously evolved as my teachings have evolved, and ceremonies started to become quite a big part of that maybe 4 years ago, when I had the confidence, to be able to hold that space, because I wasn't sure. Part of our growth is learning how to step up and get out your comfort zone, isn't it? And do things that you don't feel comfortable doing. And it took me that long to overcome my insecurities and my not good enoughs to be able to hold that space. But I do that now.
That is amazing. And I know one of the things that really kind of clicked with you and I is I have a fascination with the Norse teachings as well. And we started talking about Odin and Freya and and Thor. And it was meant for, as I'm speaking the names, I'm getting chills. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're here. And just such a wonderful connection there, because our ancient ancestors, these beautiful ones that we connect up with that are here to support us, this is real. This is a real thing. It's not something that we're making up. It's not something that we're hoping. It is real. And our ancient ancestors and our ancient guides, they were connected to the earth. I really feel that part of humanity's, shall we say, situation that we're in right now is that separation from Mother Earth, from from being a part of the rhythm of the earth, of the skies, of the stars, of the planets, of our moon that is so powerful. And I really feel like it's so important that we get back to that. I think that that is part of what is maybe even going to save our species, if you will, because we can't really keep going the way we're going. We can see the chaos and the confusion, and we see humanity mentally, emotionally, spiritually breaking down, even physically, like what you were talking about. And we've got to get back to those basics. And
Yeah.
you offer that in your teachings. You offer that with the yoga that you do. Can I ask you, what kind of yoga is Luna Rhythms? Now, I'm asking you this from someone who has been fascinated with all the yogic traditions from outside. I've done it. I've played with it. I've dabbled in Kundalini yoga and let the breath work and stuff. But I know that there's so many different kinds. And I know some people mush them all together and make their own. What is yours? What are you doing?
Well, first and foremost, it's really it's not asana based. You know, asana is a yogic term for the movements of yoga, whether you think a warrior two or a tree pose or, you know, downward dog or getting on your head. It is a small part of what I offer because movement does help move the chi around the body. It keeps us toned, it keeps us strong, and it tones our organs, and it does bring many health benefits if we keep, you know, it's like it keeps your body younger for sure. But what I also work a lot with in all of my classes is an emphasis on chanting. So we work a lot with mantras to clear the vessels, to clear the mind, to increase the chi, to connect to divinity. It's that connection to the divinity, to the love of divinity, that throughout all of my heartbreaks, throughout this life, like you were saying, the midst of the storm, and perhaps we're in a global heartbreak at the moment where things are resetting. This is what keeps me and can keep us in our hearts, is this work, and it's the mudras. Now, mudras are hand gestures, and there's so many beautiful hand gestures that direct energy and chi into all the different areas of the body and can strengthen us no end and increase our prana, increase our vitality, increase our love by just moving your fingers into different positions. We do many, I've got many different mudras we work with. Um, Breathing techniques, the myriad of breathing techniques that sustain our bodies. If we are going to be vessels of love, we have to do this practice, because we cannot be a vessel of love and support and strength for our world if we are not doing practices and doing our spiritual disciplines. That's why I say for me, it's impossible. How does one live here without something like this? And so this is what I'm passionate about reigniting in the people that I work with, is finding a way to create this as your top priority. Mudras, mantras, meditations, chanting, singing, um, you know, following the lunar cycles, following the seasonal cycles, moving our bodies, um, and healing ourselves, really, so that we can be there for in love, really, in love.
Diana, can you share with us a mudra or two that might help us to get into our hearts? I know I'm
Sure.
throwing something from center field to you. Is there a little something you can share with us? Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love
Okay.
this.
Okay, so hopefully this one's not coming. This is coming to my mind at the moment. So can
Okay,
you
perfect.
bring your right hand in front of your chest, and then your left hand in front of your right hand, and then bring your hands back to back, okay? And then we're going to hook the index finger. Yeah, hook the middle finger.
Ah.
No ring fingers, they just stay there because they're going to join the thumbs in a minute. And then you hook your little fingers.
Come here, little fingers.
That's it. Okay, now index, thumbs and ring fingers. And then bring the hands to the chest.
They're slippery. All
You got it.
right.
Let's see. Bring your hands up a little. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, bring your, beautiful, exactly. Good for your finger dexterity, right?
Yes. I used to be a piano player. I'm like, hmm.
This one's called a, it's kind of like the courageous heart mudra, like to be courageous, because it takes courage to be in our hearts in this time. And, you know, if we want to be vessels of love, we want to show up fully to this life. And it takes courage to do that sometimes. Yeah. So this is like tapping into that courageous heart of ours, bringing it to the heart, and just maybe just feet on the earth, close our eyes, and take some nice deep breaths. And it's simple. And you know, generally speaking, if you could, you would perhaps, you could chant with this if you were following with, you know, 108 rounds, or you could be chanting with a mudra, or you could sit with it for 10 minutes as a meditation. You know, you might want to wriggle those fingers out.
Ooh.
That was a more complicated one, to be honest. But say, for example, you were feeling really ungrounded, you could take your ring finger and thumb, and this is called Prativi Mudra. It's just to ground you. And if you're feeling out of center, just rest them down. Or if you're in town and you're walking around, you could put it on. Or if you're on the train and you're feeling a little wobbly, you just breathe.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I'll share one more because I think it's a good one. Um, for example, right now we're in a waning moon. The moon is waning, right? And we're moving into the last phase of that, the last week of the waning cycle. And in this cycle, it's a really great time for cleansing, clearing out, slowing down, you know, creating space to just be, because, you know, we're all trying to get things going in our lives and we can push, 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 and we burn out.
Yeah.
This is not loving to ourselves or to our loved ones. So it's finding that balance. And the lunar moon, our beautiful lunar goddess, she gives us this teaching every single month. Slow down, just be. And this mudra, apana, middle and ring and thumb, and just I want you to just take it to your lap, everyone. If you're there
Mm.
watching, just take it to your lap and just close your eyes and just sit with it for a moment and tell me what you feel.
You know, it's interesting. I feel energy going from the base of my spine down my legs.
Good.
Yep,
Because,
very much.
yeah, and that's what it drops energy right down. So if you're
Mhm.
right up here and everything's full in your head, you take Apana Mudra. Apana is the downward movement of energy. It's taking the energy down and it's cleansing, and it's also emptying your mind. If you can't sleep at night, this mudra is fantastic. It just dropping it. Hmm.
What a
Yeah,
wonderful blessing. Thank you. Thank
pleasure.
you. Oh my gosh, I love this. That's one of the things that really drew me to yoga was the mudras.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, wait a minute, there's something here. There's something going on. And I know it's been a part of many cultures in the past. And I love that you're bringing it out. And thank you so much for sharing this with us, because I think it's kind of in our DNA
yeah.
to use these kind of things to bless and to heal our bodies. And it's so important for us to bring it back into the world, another tool for all of us to use. Thank you.
My pleasure.
That was so cool. And
Mm.
so now another part of Divine Flow Expo Love Edition is not only are we talking live and doing this live stream, but all of our presenters, Diana included, of course, have created a video that we also have available for everyone. All you need to do is click on the link that is in the description. And once we get done here, I will put the link in our comments box too. And you can go over on my website, click on give me my free videos, and we are going to be sending you an ebook with the information, contact information, and the free videos of all of our speakers. And we have it set up in a beautiful little ebook. And so if anybody's interested in Diana's video, you guys can find it over there. So Diana, tell us a little bit about what your beautiful video is that you've created for all of our peeps too.
Sure. Well, the video is called Spiritual Disciplines to Open Your Heart to Love. And first of all, like I said before, I feel my personal experience is that my spiritual sadhana, we call them, or spiritual discipline, is a top priority for me to navigate my life, this world we live in, my relationships, etc., etc. And they take me into a deeper level of Diana, like the full Diana, Diana showing up fully rather than Diana showing up insecure or triggered or feeling out of sorts. So what I've done in this video is I've given a little snapshot of the type of spiritual disciplines that I use to take me deeper into. And so that you can then, because what I do is you give you a some breathing. We set our foundations, connecting to the earth, connecting to the crystalline light energy of the earth, to connect to that vitality, so that we don't just go straight in. We connect to the cosmic energy with these breathing techniques. Then I give you a mudra so that you can go deeper with the practice whilst we're doing this. And we also do, I think, 108 rounds of aham prema, which means I am loved. So we do 108 rounds of this to lead us into the meditation so that you're more deeply ready to access the information through the meditation, where I take you to your Frithgard, which in the Norse traditions was a sacred place that one would have where you could go to meet your spirit guides or your warder or your past loved one. And it's a place that you create. We go off into the forests of the Norse in European indigenous lands, and we go down and you create your sacred space. And it would always be a place with rivers and mountains and forests or the ocean. And I guide you on this journey so you can create your own sacred Frithgard and then meet your warder or your past loved one or your spirit guide or animal. And then the idea is that you can then continue to work with this and sort of journey into these spiritual realms whenever you feel guided to. But it felt like I just wanted to share that within this video.
That is so cool. And I was lucky enough, I got to view everybody's videos as I was preparing, and I was so excited to see what you were doing, Diana. I'm like, yes, yes, it's just so beautiful and it's so necessary. And thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. It's interesting because there's so much information out there about meditation and this kind of stuff that sometimes I think people get almost overwhelmed. I know I do, where it's like I'm looking for a meditation to help me sleep. And then I have 700,000 choices on YouTube, right? And so it's so wonderful that you're bringing this video to us here through Divine Flow Expo.
Yeah.
Because it allows people to get to know you, to see how you are, to feel you. Oh my gosh, Diana, every time I get in your space, my heart is just like, whoa. And for people to be able to feel that from you and share this practice with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's so beautiful. So tell us just a little bit about how people can contact you and where in the world are you? We have this wonderful ability to communicate with each other from all over the world. So where are you and how do people get a hold of you?
Well, right now I'm in London, but I'm usually down on the southeast coast of England in a place called East Dean. And it's right on the cliffs, looking out over the White Cliffs, over the English Channel, near a place called the Seven Sisters. And it's beautiful, very, very, very beautiful, very wonderful, big open skies, and I'm very blessed. Um, what I have offering many online offerings actually. I've been online for quite a long time. I have lovely Lunar Rhythms yoga memberships, and I also run courses. For example, at the moment I'm just launching my new course, How to Beat the Winter Blues, and it's a beautiful course that's going to help people through those winter months with these practices that bring in a light and sunshine and connection to that spark within. If we don't nurture it, the spark fades. And so these are, again, practical solutions to help people remember their true light. And many of my clients have come to me actually and sort of said they suffer, in the winter months here. And so I've done an offering for that. And yeah, all my online offerings you can find at my website, www.lunar-rhythms-yoga.com. And on my Lunar Rhythms Yoga Facebook page and my Lunar Rhythms Wisdom group. We have a lovely community there of lunar lovers, and you can be in that group with us, sharing and, moving, starting to learn how to live with the cycles of the moon as I do, and I have done since 2007. It's just a big part of my life now. I'm just very in tune with her cycles, and it's brought me untold amount of healing, huge healing in such a simple but very profound way. So I'm always in such gratitude to nature. My biggest guru and teacher is her. So yes, so these are the, please come and find me. I'd love to just, share and be with you all at this time on planet Earth. We need each other. We need each other. I need you as much as you might need me, or we need each other.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. And again, all of Diana's information can be found on the ebook. All you got to do is there is a link. And if it's not up right now while we're live, I'm going to get it on as soon as we get off of here for you to be able to go. And it's going to take you to my website, and there's going to be a big blue button that says get my free videos. And when you click on that, we're going to send you this beautiful ebook. You have all the information about Diana and how to get a hold of her, how to get her free video, and also about all the other speakers we have coming up too.
Yeah. And also, just another thing to say is that, eventually, but, COVID has put a stop to this. But I run Lunar Rhythms yoga retreats in Ibiza and Portugal, and we were going to be doing things in Spain, and then COVID hit. We're also running, for anyone that is a yoga teacher out there, I also run trainings for yoga teachers to learn how to do Lunar Rhythms yoga as a teaching for them to sort of step into that role to take their teaching to the next level. So that's also something I offer on the side. And I also actually work with business owners, helping them to grow their businesses online and work seasonally and cyclically as well, but really with practical solutions, on the online world, helping them get their message and things like that done. That's just, a little offshoot that I'm working with. We have to have many businesses these days to keep ourselves afloat and alive, and I love it.
It's so wonderful. You're a one-stop shop. We can get it all right there with Diana. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. And with your heart-centeredness, just with who you are, to be able to work with businesses and business owners and all of that, that is so wonderful because you're infusing that heart-centeredness into those businesses too.
Well, I think it's like I struggled so much with low self-worth, and many of us do. And when you become an entrepreneur, you step into this arena. You have to have a lot of courage. As you know, it takes courage to overcome, to step, to sit in front of a screen like this. It didn't happen naturally straight away. It's taken many years of doing this to be able to sit comfortably and feel at home with myself. And some people are a little bit further down the path, and I can sort of give them confidence, help them to shine their light out into the world and totally understand where they are with empathy, because I've been through those challenges of trying to step out into the next level of your business and not feel totally scared and useless and worthless and not good enough.
It's scary. I know. Back in, it was probably beginning of 2019, end of 2018, I all of a sudden started getting this thing about, you need to get online, you got to start doing your work online, and I found this thing called Zoom, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this world that we're doing? But I'm so grateful that I stepped into it. But you're right, being an entrepreneur, being someone who a lot of time we're doing stuff alone. We're doing it on our own. We're learning new things. It does take great courage. And I just
Absolutely.
want to really put the energy out there to support you, Diana, because I know what a loving soul you are. But I also know that you're incredibly smart, incredibly strong. You have so much information across so many different fields of interest and importance. And so I just want to really tell people that you are an amazing practitioner. You're an amazing guide. You're an amazing woman. I mean, when I feel you, I feel strong. I feel safe. I feel heard. I feel seen. You are helping to build people's self-esteem and their courage to be able to move forward too. And so there's so much more, so many more benefits that are received from you, Diana, than even what we can put into words here. And so I just really want to inspire people to take the next step. We're in a situation where a lot of people are needing to learn how to be online, needing to learn how to do work and make money and they're living in other ways. And my vision has been this whole fun thing we're doing is a part of it. I'm very clear that that's why I was guided towards this. And you can help people step into that, help people find what it is they want to do really, and help them move into it. And what a gift. What a gift.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I totally understand. I mean, I did my own online event last year in lockdown, and it was a big event, and it's kind of scary to step out of your comfort zone and do new things that you're not sure how to do. But it is really taking that first step and just having the courage, having the faith, and doing your spiritual disciplines and be guided and be grounded and be in your heart. And thank you so much for what you said. And I feel very seen and heard by you too. And that's a gift.
Yep.
That's a
We
real
need,
big gift.
yep, seeing and hearing each other. We're all of us that have been just kind of cooking. We all been marinating for a long time in our gifts and our joy and in that love energy and that divine connection. And now it's almost like the popcorn starting to pop. Here we are, here we are, here we are. And what a great blessing.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Diana, for being a part of Divine Flow Expo Love Edition, for bringing your heart and your
Oh,
soul and your
mm.
love.
Thank you so
It's
much for having
so,
me.
oh, it's so cool. And I am definitely going to look at what you're doing. And I know we talked about this a while ago. And then I think COVID hit and crazy hit, and I had family move in and lived with me for a while. And it was like everything up, but I am definitely going to revisit that because you inspire me.
Oh,
And I'm so grateful to know you, so grateful that you're a part of this. And thank you so much. Everybody go check out Diana. Luna Rhythm. She's so amazing. She will bless you what she's putting out there. Get her free video. Check it out. Check and see what she's doing. This is the kind of stuff that will change your life. It will lift you. It will bless you. It will heal you. And all you have to do is say yes. All you have to do is say yes. So Diana, again, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who is watching, whether you're watching live or later. All of this stuff is going to be floating around the internet. Also, I am going to be putting all of this up on my YouTube channel as well once we get through the whole event. And then I just want to say, up next at on the hour at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we have Susie Byler coming up and talking about light language.
Wow.
So super
How
exciting.
exciting.
It's so fun. And so thank you so much, Diana, for being here. I love you. You are so my soul sister, and I'm so
Oh,
grateful to know you. Thank you.
thank you so much, and I love you very much too. And have a fantastic day today. I shall be tuning in, and thank you for having me. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, thank you. And we also want to just do a shout out to your love of your life, Ulrich White, who is such
Oh,
a beautiful being,
and
such
he's
a
next to me
beautiful,
here in the picture.
I
So
love it.
a beautiful. He is such a beautiful man. He really is my partner. At a deep level, and
Ah,
I've got to meet the Pache as well, and we're doing some beautiful work with the tribes in the Amazon, which again is such important work. And he's running, getting together sponsors to help them with their village and things like that. So fundraising and all sorts of wonderful stuff. So yeah,
oh, very cool. No wonder he has been in my mind. We needed to do a shout out for Ulrich and
yes.
all of the wonderful work that he's doing too.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's so important and so needed. Their survival is crucial.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
please,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
see anything out, well, maybe we can put the fundraising stuff into your Facebook page when it's ready, and people can,
Yes.
donate.
Yes. Absolutely. We will do that. We'll connect on that and make
Beautiful.
sure that gets out there. I didn't
Yeah.
realize he was doing that. I have a special place in my heart for the Amazon
Oh,
and all that. It's the yeah, it's a
because
heart-centered place too.
exactly, and what you were saying earlier about the Norse, our ancient ancestors were so strong and they were so connected to nature. We have living examples of it within these people. So Sia, who I had the privilege to meet last month, the beautiful man sitting next to Ulrich there, their strength, their connection to the trees and to nature, and just their energy field is just like how I would imagine the Norsemen would have been, and the shield maidens back in the day, where they were sort of fighting with these Vikings, and their strength and their connection to Great Spirit and their gods. Incredible to have living incarnations of it at this time.
So cool. Oh, I'm so glad that we got a moment to share about what
Yeah,
he's doing too. Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you. Give him a big hug for me.
I will do. I will. I will.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, darling. Thank
Blessings
you,
to
everybody.
everybody. And
Oh, be blessed. Blessed be.
blessed be. Thank you so much, Anne. I just adore you. Have a beautiful day and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.